This the new Let's Get It Sports Talk, broadcasting live on weekends, exclusively on Facebook and the Four Walls Foundation YouTube channel. All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Let's Get It Sports Talk. I'm one of the hosts, Doc Bryce here, and I'm here with my man, CB, head coach Setuayo Bird. We're missing FB and MB. They out on assignment and doing what they got to do, so we definitely wish them well, wish them happy weekends, and we truly hope you guys are watching too, you know what I'm saying? But also, we got a special guest, though. I'm here with a friend of mine, really good friend. I mean, I'll say my best friend, you know what I'm saying? But we're not friends, we're like brothers, all right? So we got JT on the clock. It's On the Clock with JT. That's his soon-to-be podcast coming out soon. We got JT on the clock. How you doing, JT?
Good. I'm good this morning.
All right. It's a little rainy out, though. Is it raining up there in New York or what?
We got blue skies in Berlin.
Okay. All right. Let's get right into it. You know what I mean? Let's get right into it. So, listen, this week was baseball week. All right. I'm sorry, my bad. Yo, CB, how you been doing, man?
Hey, man, everything's good, man. You know what I'm saying? Just still recovering.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? From the back surgery, but I'm good, man. I go back for my 6-week appointment on the 29th, and if everything still looks good, then I'm back to full activities, and I can't wait.
Gotcha. That's good stuff. And JT, how your week been, man? I know you, what's been going on with you? We're all educators here too. I just want to let you know that, Josh. JT is a math teacher, right? Math teacher, right? I don't hear you, JT. You sound muted though. Huh? All right, yeah, he's a math teacher. All right, he's a math teacher as well. All right, so let's get into what's going on with the baseball. So, did you happen to catch the All-Star game?
Oh yeah.
I was. What was that about?
I was tuned in. You know what I mean? Baseball is one of the many things I coach, but I'm a baseball guy as well. You know what I'm saying? So I was tuned into the home run derby, and you know what I'm saying, definitely watched the All-Star game. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So
it's interesting.
Is it still JT? Did you watch the game? I see you breaking up, JT. You might gotta find, maybe come back out, come back in, or find it because it's breaking up. It's real patchy. Can you hear me?
I hear you perfectly.
Okay, all right. So did you watch the game or no?
I did not. I'm kind of boycotting it because they didn't have my man Soto there.
Well, I mean, he started off slow. I mean, but you boycotted for Juan Soto?
Soto, man. I mean, gotta
yeah.
Coming up.
Yeah, you coming in and out, JT. I would say maybe switch to the phone or something real quick or whatever. We'll still be right here. Just like I said, switch to the phone or something because it's coming in and out. But if I heard you correctly, you said you boycotted because of Juan Soto. And I mean, should he have been an All-Star? I thought he started off slow. I don't know. I thought he was slumping. Is that not true? Or?
Yeah, he started off slow.
Okay.
But he started cooking.
Okay. All right. I think if I hear you correctly, you said he started off slow, but then he started.
Yeah, he did pick it up. He did pick it up, but I don't think it just wasn't enough time because some other people were more consistent in the outfield.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So.
And plus, you know what? Listen, it's good for you that you didn't go. Because why did you? Listen, you shouldn't even be on the Mets. You should still be with the Yankees. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, listen, let's get into this. Let's get into this game. So I think I came home, or I said, oh my gosh, the All-Star game's on. Let me watch it. So I turned it on, and as a matter of fact, it was over. I'm sorry, and it said that Schwarber, he hit the game-winning home run. So I'm like, wow, like I'm about to text you guys, yo, congratulations to y'all Philly fans. You know that's clutch down the stretch.
Right.
Only to find out it was like somebody tossing the ball at him behind the cage. What is that? That was batting practice.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, they changed it to, well, you know, I mean, first of all, it's an all-star game, so if the game is tied, they not playing no extra innings, you know what I'm saying, like a real baseball game. We ain't got no time for all that. Let's get them out of here, you know what I'm saying? So they try to come up with different ways to, you know, not have it end in a tie, so they try to do something so somebody is declared a winner.
Okay.
So they came up with this swing-off, they called it, you know what I'm saying? I guess that could be a pause moment.
Yeah, that's a heck of a pause moment.
Especially in this, you know, day and age, you know what I'm saying?
And just real quick, everybody's doing pause. I went I'm down in Bridgeton, right? And I said, I was explaining something. I was like, yo, he just keeps beating and he just keep giggling and whatever. I said, oh, okay. Oh, you pausing too? Pause. I got you. It's all good. But so it's a swing off.
Swing off, yeah. So what it is AL and NL, the managers pick 3 batters.
Okay.
All right. And each one of those batters gets 3 swings.
Okay.
And the object is out of your 3 swings to hit the most home runs that you can.
It's 3 swings or 3
Now it's not. No, it's 3 swings, but it's not. You don't have to swing consistently. Like you could take a pitch.
Oh, okay.
So if you swing, that counts as a swing.
Okay.
If you hit a home run, that's a point for you. If you don't, nothing. You get another one. You can let a couple go past, but once you swing, that counts as your swing.
That's your swing.
So out of those swings, yes, it has to be a home run.
Oh, okay.
So he came up clutch. I mean, out of his 3 swings, he hit 3 bombs, which. You know
so 3. So after he hit the first home run,
you keep going. You get 3 swings, and then it's the guy from the AL's turn. So you got 3 NL, 3 AL. So the NL goes first. He takes his 3 swings, whatever score he gets. Then the AL guy goes. Then the NL guy goes. Then the AL guy goes. And if need be, you know, they finish out, and whatever league had the most home runs,
then
they get the win.
What you feel about that, JT?
I mean, it seems a little generic, in my opinion. So I know the lines go.
Yeah, you're still going in and out. But I did hear when you said that it was generic, right? So I have to agree with you. It seems like babyish.
Yeah, I mean, they're just trying to figure out something.
Did they play the game though?
The game was good.
So they actually,
because the National League was winning like 6-0, and you know, the American League came storming back to tie it up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So the game was actually good.
But it was a decent little game.
And then they went to that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I guess it's a way to try to pull some more non-traditional fans in. I'd have rather just ended at a tie. Like, just let it be a tie. If it's a tie, it's a tie.
But why not go? So why not go to like extra innings though?
Nah, man, it's an all-star game, man. They ain't trying to do all that. You know what I'm saying? You got to use more pitching, or you know, you might have used all your pitchers, and you know what I'm saying. These jokers got to go back to their real teams.
So hey, let me see if I can go back to you real quick, JT. These all-star games, they're whack. Is that fair to say?
I think you know, we have to understand what it is. You know, basically for the fans. So that's what it's all about. You know, and you know, putting a little too much emphasis on it. So it's chance for, you know, the baseball players to show out, get the fans a little bit more involved. You know, obviously, you know, everybody is not on the queue because it's all-star game. Right. So that's what I'm saying, to have some fun and let their head down a little bit.
I got you. I mean, I get it. But, you know, if you sat there for the whole All-Star game, right, and you're watching the game, and we're all competitive. We all watch sports, and we're watching the game, and you're seeing your league, you know, get busy and tie it up. And then now you get the extra innings, and you're like, yeah, we about to get him now, boy. We about to get him. We don't care what kind of pitches. We about to get him. And then all of a sudden you go to, like you say, JT, this generic point of view. It's like, yo, I'm going home. I don't even want to know who. Like, what's exciting about it? You know, everybody's going to like. Do you guys watch the Home Run Derby?
I did.
Okay, you did.
Yeah,
okay, all right. Do you still did you watch the Home Run Derby, JT?
No, I did not. I watched it in the past when, you know, Alonso has won it.
Right. So I probably haven't watched a home run derby since like Mark McGwire and them. Okay. And that's been a while, right? What is it about it that is it comparable to what? The slam dunk contest or the 3-point contest?
Like either one. It's a skill, you know what I'm saying? I mean, people, they like the long ball, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to see somebody knock the ball out the park, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, what else can you really do in baseball as far as to challenge your skills? I mean, have a throwing contest or, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
it's a home run.
You have to put it in perspective. Baseball, there's only so many you can display.
Right.
You look at the NBA, they were having an issue with the All-Star game.
Sure.
Can't even mention the NFL and what the All-Star game. So
right.
I think it's across the board. Every major league team, you know, professional sports has a problem with their All-Star game. So you just got to try to do your best, you know, entertain the fans, move on, and let's get back to it. That's all.
Get back to baseball. And I agree. Go ahead.
And I was going to say, and like if we look at, because you know we come from a time when the NFL Pro Bowl they was playing, you know what I'm saying, back in the day. Baseball,
they was really rocking, right?
You had people really playing in the baseball. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like JT said, I mean, just look at hockey. I mean, I'm not a huge hockey fan, but like their All-Star game consists of like 4 or 5 different 5-man teams, and they do something crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I think it has to do with a lot to do too with just the money involved. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to entertain the fans to get them to pay the money. The guys are not participating because they're making so much money and become stars outside of the game so quickly. Like back in the day when Pete Rose and them was participating in the All-Star game, that was big for them because that would put their face and their name out there and get them popping. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now I don't need an All-Star. If I'm LeBron, I don't need an All-Star game to get me popping. I'm popping already. You know what I'm saying?
I think so. I don't think it's. I think. The problem is the athlete. The athlete has become more empowered, but with that empowerment, you become a little more egotistical. That money. Though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't need to win the slam dunk contest to get that extra check.
No. But see, the home run derby, right? The only thing for me with the home run derby is, like, I love a home run. I do. Right. But I love a home run when you're hitting it off real pitching.
Yeah, true.
I'm not really excited if somebody's just.
Well, I mean, that they be still actually in the home run derby right now. We put some live pitching up there. They never. We still be playing that. They never get over. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Right. See, that's
it's about entertainment here. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah. So I think. So now I'll ask you guys real quick to close this segment. Who has the worst All-Star game?
I would think.
I'll go with you, JT. Go ahead first.
In professional sports. I mean,
NFL.
You saying the NFL? Because you still in and out. I would say maybe move locations though. But go ahead. What are you saying?
NFL.
Okay.
Would be number 1.
Okay.
Hockey. Baseball.
Okay.
And then basketball. So in that, you know, order of worst thing, I would say the NFL. You know,
yeah. I think I might agree with you.
They're trying to go to flag football.
Well, they ain't even flag football in it. Yeah, you're right.
Oh wow. Okay. So I would even I would say NFL, but I mean, part of me wants to say basketball though, and I think basketball only because. Basketball always had an expectation. I don't know if any other All-Star game had an expectation about, you know what I'm saying, about their All-Star. Like, so the NBA All-Star game, and maybe because I love basketball, but I believe that had to be number 1. Like, everybody talked about.
You talking about when it was right. When it was right. NBA weekend. You can't wait to see the 3-point contest. You can't wait to see the dunk contest.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
That's why I feel that the NBA All-Star weekend and festivities are still the best.
festivities. Yes.
That's true. That is true.
Yes.
That is still main,
Yes.
box office, as Stephen A says.
Yes.
Box office. But because of the disappointment,
Right.
I actually think they're the worst. Like
Come on.
the Pro Bowl, was the Pro Bowl,
Pro
right?
Bowl, yeah.
That was always kind of whack to me. It was, because first of all, it was in like sunny Miami. It was sunny. Football's not football in palm trees. You know what I'm saying? Like football is gritty, dirty. So if you had it in like Buffalo or something, then maybe, but they're not really playing. And if the team is in the playoffs, their players are not really even playing, right?
Yeah.
So hockey I never watched, so I can't even tell you about that. But I did like the MLB All-Star Game.
Okay.
I didn't like all the, home run derby. Do they have like a little stolen base derby or pitching derby?
Home run.
It's just home run derby.
The celebrity softball game.
Okay, so, right. I used to like the game. You know what I'm saying?
No, I gotta say, I agree with JT. I'm going with the NFL, man. I mean, because it's they playing flag football. Like that's at least basketball's still disappointing, but at least they're still running up and down playing the game. Basketballs, somewhat. You know what I'm saying?
They're shooting from in the back.
Entertainment. So before we go ahead.
The one thing I would say I like about in terms of the basketball, that they're still trying to tweak it. You hear rumors they might be trying to get, United States versus world.
Yep.
I think that would be good. But this past year, with the tournament as well. So basketball is still trying to make adjustments.
Yeah.
People interested. That's why I my hats are off to the NBA.
True. I agree with that. Also, on the basketball type of things, the WNBA All-Star Game is today. They had the skills and all that yesterday. Okay. The All-Star Game is actually today, and they're trying some different things. Besides the 24-second shot clock, they made it 20, try to speed it up. Okay. If you get fouled in the act of shooting, you don't have to shoot the free throws. You just automatically get the points. Right. They're doing a hockey-style defensive change, but you have to be in the backcourt, and it's only on when you're on defense, so you don't have to check in at the table. You just, like they do in hockey, hop over the board, hop in the game, dude jump off. So they're doing that in the WA. So they're trying to do some things. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna watch it, especially with Caitlin not playing. That's what kind of sucks though, because they had the skills competition yesterday, so she was going to be lighting up the 3-point contest, but she hurt, and it's in Indiana. Like, how crazy is that, right?
I know. I think this, I don't even know if you realize that, CB, but that was like a perfect segue to like what we about to talk about. Let's talk about CC. You know what I mean? And the WNBA. I might watch the WNBA game before I watch that baseball from now on. To be honest with you, but let's talk about the WNBA. So they had their All-Star Game weekend. It was
just yesterday and today.
Okay, so
yesterday was the skills challenge and the 3-point, and today was the actual game.
It's the actual game. Okay, so it's the WNBA All-Star game. I mean, you know what? Because they've grown leaps and bounds from when it first started, I definitely think that their viewership will continue to be up. I'm going to start to watch or whatever. But I would have liked to see Caitlin Clark, like you said.
True, especially in Indiana.
Right. I mean, but there's a lot of people out there that still, we talked about it last week a little bit. I didn't talk to my uncles yet this weekend about CC, but I did just briefly talk to JT about Caitlin Clark. JT, let me know how you feel about Caitlin Clark. How do you feel about her and her rise to the top in the WNBA?
I mean, I think that they're trying to push her, obviously, to try to get more views, more interest. And what that is doing is creating some envy, jealousy among the other players.
Okay. Now,
see it. And them trying to, play a little dirty against her. But yeah, when you have a player that off the court is making close to probably $10 million, where nobody else comes near, that can foster some envy and jealousy.
True indeed.
See, I didn't even know. That's a great point, though. On the clock with JT. That's a great point, though, because I didn't know that she was making $10 million.
Yeah, she's getting busy. All them endorsements and all that type of stuff.
Right, so the other players like the Juju Watkins and is Juju? She's still in college.
School. Yeah,
but let's say Ionescu. And
have to do some research, but because like the chick from I can't think of her name for some reason. I'm about to look it up. That won the skills challenge yesterday from the Liberty, and they asked
Ionescu, I think.
Was it Ionescu?
Or what's the other one?
Ionescu might have won a 3-point.
What's the other one though? Brianna Stewart?
No. It was the black chick.
Okay,
that one. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, to talk to JT's money point, it's like. They asked her what she was going to do with, the winnings that she won for winning the skills challenge. And she was like, my girlfriend said, I better win so we could put this down payment on this house. So that lets you know the money that they make. Because she's able to put a down payment on the house with her salary.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's a good point.
Just the disparity, like, you know what I mean? Caitlin's getting dating and they know what she's making. They in her pockets. I mean, it's out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm going to come at her a little extra hard.
Yeah, but I guess the only problem I have, though, is if she was garbage, then I would say...
Yeah, but she can play, though. No, I give her... She's earning
busy,
it. She's earning it. No.
JT, do you think that she gets busy?
Which one? I think she does her thing. I'm not, I don't watch WNBA like that.
Okay.
So, but I think in terms of her skills, she does a lot, in terms of bringing eyes to the game.
Okay.
When you have, a lot of discrepancies, when it comes to the ball movement, getting to basketball, the missed layups, the own rebound when you miss the layup, there's a lot of discrepancies when it comes to the skill aspect of the game. But when you look at Clark, I believe one of those women that really gets after it and hones in on her skills. I think her name is Ajaya Johnson, or if I'm not mistaken, she's another one. I know she was the MVP of the league last year.
Oh, she's from the Las Vegas, right? Is she from the Aces?
I think she's
Wilson.
Isaiah Wilson. I think that's her name. Wilson. Yeah.
She's another one that really puts in work.
Right.
Again, it's you're building up your skill set.
Right.
So I think when you look at players like that, they're definitely worth checking out.
Mm-hmm. Right. So it sounds like, if I hear you correctly, that she's deserving of the attention that she's getting. And it's a shame that she wasn't able to play or whatever. I want to know, we'll probably do some research on it and see like what the viewership was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we probably can't wait till like next year to compare it or whatever.
Right.
But either way, here and there, listen, the WNBA is getting stronger.
Mm-hmm.
You listen, people are tuning in.
Yeah.
People are watching.
They're expanding.
Right. Philly's getting a team.
Yeah,
I forgot that. Right. A couple of years is what the Philadelphia Lady 76ers.
That's what they call it?
No, I'm just saying. I don't know. We can't be like the Philadelphia Liberty because
true. That's gold.
That's New York. They got the Liberty. You know what I'm saying? But we got the Liberty Bell now. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. But so that's good. It's going to be exciting. I like to see teams I like to see a WNBA team go to like Delaware or something, or teams in places that there are no
right
sport, like Raleigh,
so that would be
North Carolina or something. You know what I mean?
Be the professional team in that area,
right? Like South Carolina has no team,
but they can't compete against that football down there. That's really tough.
Yeah.
But a Philly would be, call them the Lady Bells.
The Lady. I like that. I like that. Actually, I like that.
The Lady Bells.
Yeah, I like that. Okay. Yeah, that's a really good one, actually. Yeah, the Philadelphia Lady Bells. Yeah. Now, how many people do you think, would you go?
I might.
You would?
I might go check it out. Okay. Depending on who, the product.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, if they got a Caitlin Clark type of player or something, I might go check it out.
Right. What if they had like a player like Bronny James? See, they be hating on Bronny. Bronny getting busy. Tell me now.
He shouldn't even be playing.
MB and FB. Tell me, is Bronny not starting to get busy, brothers? Come on now.
He's a year older, a couple years older than he did this already. You know what I'm saying? It's like playing against
he has the
freshman squad. Playing against the freshmen.
Yo, Bronny, I feel like Adrian right now. You can't win. You can't win, yo. I don't know, JT. What's your thoughts about Bronny and his rise as we shift to the end? His rise, man. His rise to GOAT Junior. You know what I'm saying? What you think about JT and his rise to stardom as we segue into NBA?
Well, I see. He had 18 points the other night.
Right.
like Bird said, third year.
See you breaking up. Oh, JT, man, you saying some things, man. Yo, listen, switch to the phone, man. I'm telling you, your phone will work, man. You know what I'm saying? But see if you could say what you just was saying. What about Bronny?
That he had 18 points.
Yes.
But again, look at how many in the
Yeah, see, we're losing you. We know he had 18 points, though. I've heard that. So
against the freshmen.
No, come on, come on, man. Come on, man. Like you got to give that man his props. See, that's what I'm saying. It's always
something. Playing in the G League. He been playing with his dad.
Hey, Bronny.
Sitting on getting some minutes in the real game. Now y'all here playing with these kids that they didn't gonna make the team.
Right, Bronny. I feel your pain, Bronny. You know what I'm saying? You can't win. There's nothing you can do. You know what I'm saying?
You see him do that during the regular season, then I give him his props.
Come on, man.
Summer League.
Summer League, right? Listen, but he's showing improvement. He's showing he belongs.
I think Bronny belongs in the league. I ain't never say that. I think he could play. You know what I'm saying? I think he can play. He can hold his own as long as he continues to get better. He'll be all right. He'll be like a journeyman.
Right. You know what if Bronny took the same stance that Ace Bailey took? What do you think would happen then? What if he took that same stance? Like, nah, I want to go here. Like, I want to go somewhere where I could be the man. Do you think that he would be better? What if he went to Washington?
He wouldn't be a journeyman then. He'd be done. Washington, he'd go to die.
Hey, listen, man. If Ish Smith can get busy and become, a name out there, yo, Bronny can too.
Yeah,
Bronny can too.
Sure,
you know what I'm saying? Sure. You know what I mean? But let's switch to some NBA talk. I don't know if you know, JT is 100%. I'm sorry, 150% New York Knicks fan.
Yeah, he's all good.
Okay, he is. I told we were at his. Congratulations to his baby girl, his daughter graduated. We was at his part.
Congrats.
Doing this thing. But the fellas were sitting there talking, and I always say this everywhere I go. You know what I'm saying? If my man's there, yo, listen, he's the most loyal person you'll ever know.
I ain't mad
you
at
will
that.
not know nobody. It don't matter what you do. He got your back, and he's the same way with them Knicks. Okay. But the minute they off the team, your crumbs on the table to him. Your crumbs on the table to him. Okay. But he loves them Knicks. So anyway, where do you see it? I'm gonna start with you, Bird. Okay. The East is wide open. And before I even get to that, MT, you fleece me. Okay? You fleece me. It's all good. It's all love. It's all love. If I had waited 1 week, I would not have been a package holder.
Wow.
Because look, you got Embiid talking junk.
Yeah.
Okay, he coming out.
Yeah.
And you got Paul George saying he got arthroscopic knee surgery. Yo, come on. I'd be like, yo, I need more time, right? But I jumped in, you got me. It's all good. But anyway, you what's your thoughts about the East is wide open?
The East is wide open.
Okay.
The East is wide open.
You have Josh here, JT here. He's telling you, and I believe, I'm going to read his mind. He believes the Knicks are going to win the East. What are your thoughts to that?
I could definitely see that. I mean, they got to be the front runner. Who else in the East? I mean, I don't believe in Cleveland. I'm like, Cleveland's, I don't know. They got the number 1 seed and all that. They fugazi to me. I'm not a believer.
They're fool's gold.
Fool's gold. Okay. Facts. You know what I'm saying? So I think the Knicks is definitely, I mean, they the healthiest coming into this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Now.
Boston.
Right now.
Indiana. Who knows what Milwaukee's doing? You know, Giants going to be there. You know what I'm saying? So the Sixers, you know, our health issues are Philly. So.
Right. So you believe that with the new coach, Mike Brown.
I like Mike Brown.
Okay. You believe that he can get the job done?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
All right. Okay. And JT, what's your thoughts? I mean, you know, he's happy right now. I mean, he's happy. What's your thoughts, JT?
I agree 100%. I mean, with the additions to the bench that they recently made,
okay,
they stand pat and keep everything as is. Looking at the Eastern Conference contender.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if they win the East though.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, everything's preliminarily, right now, right? So you know, of course, you know, like loyalty is, I'm going with my 76ers. Now, that's a hard pick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they can stay healthy, yes.
That's a hard pick.
It'll be between them two if Philly can stay healthy.
That's a hard pick.
That's the thing.
An objective pick, I want to go with the Knicks. I just think I don't know if you upgraded with Mike Brown. I just remember Mike Brown in Cleveland. I remember him and his offense. It was similar to Thibodeau. Now, he got better, because, you know, he did spend time under Steve Kerr, spend time. I think he was already with Pop when he went to Cleveland. So he's gotten a little better. They talk about the De'Aaron and Fox and what he did in Sacramento, but they got Dave Behinds bounced in the first round. You know what I'm saying? And I think they said MB and FB said it was to the Warriors or whatever, but they still got bounced though. I mean, you can't be number 1 and get bounced like that. That's why we talking junk about Cleveland, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? so you just can't do that. So that's my own thing. And it is it's like Jalen has to have the ball. I don't know. I don't know. I really feel like, and I think that's why Thibodeau got fired, because there was an open chance for you to get there,
right?
And you didn't get there, and it was the style of play. A lot of people say it was the bench or whatever like that. It was that contributed to it, but it was the style of play, and you just can't play that style versus veteran coaches. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Carlisle shut it down. I
think he lost some of the players though too. With you had guys complaining that don't usually complain about how much they're playing, and they're like, "Yo, he's playing us too much," and things like that. I think it might have been a rift between them and the players that the ownership was like, "Listen, we got this little window right here. We ain't got no time for this rift, so we can't fire them. So you out of here, Coops."
I don't know. I mean, JT, let me hear some thoughts here.
If you believe the rumors that the higher ups was telling the coach that he had to play the bench more, that says it all. You have to play the bench. You players playing 40, 45 minutes a game. It's time for the crucial moments in the game. You don't have the energy to finish it through. You have to be able to have, when you look at a team like Indiana and you look at teams, in the playoffs, that in the finals, OKC, they're going 9-10 deep.
Facts.
You got Shea that has that energy in the last 5 minutes of the game. Have your key players that have that energy in the last 5 minutes, where Knicks, they look a little exhausted. You have Hart make a jump.
Yeah. So I hear your point. You're just breaking up. That's one reason why I'm interjecting. I hear your point, and you're right. But so it speaks more. I wonder if that speaks more to today's athlete, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm wondering how many minutes did they play back in the day? And I would even say, let's even go back 2016. Okay, or 2015 with those LeBron teams. What were their minutes? You know what I'm saying? I just don't get it. Like if you're in a war, let's say you're in the army or military or whatever, you're in a war, okay, and the war is constantly going on. Do you go to your commander and say, "Oh, you know what? Listen, I'm on the front line too much. I need a break. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go take a nap because I need to rest."
Probably.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like you're in a battle. You're in a battle, yo. Listen. You're in a battle, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to go with my guys. You know what I mean? So, I mean, could he have given them some spells during the season? Maybe a little more. Okay. But then, where was your bench? Who are you playing? Besides Deuce. You know what I'm saying? Deuce got busy. You know what I'm saying? In fact, they were better with him on the floor.
True.
You know what I'm saying? But you need your other superstars to step up. LeBron played LeBron said, matter of fact, and I know there's some LeBron fan. JT's, I think you're a LeBron fan. You respect him. You respect LeBron, right?
Respect LeBron.
Okay, right. But I was watching this little clip on when he had to play Boston down a game.
Right.
He I probably got to play the whole game. He's willing to do what it takes to get the job done.
Everybody's special. Everybody's special like that.
Okay, so if there's players, if there's front office, if the front office is listening to some of the players, that means they deem them special too. Okay,
right. They could, but the front office got eyes as well. They like, yo, these jokers is beat.
So we
need them. We need them. They bent over holding their shorts. Like, what we doing there?
Right. So do y'all both believe? You both believe that the Knicks didn't make it past Indiana because Thibodeau didn't use his bench? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, that's not the only reason. Got out coached a little bit.
I wouldn't say. I agree. I wouldn't say that's the only reason. Mm-hmm. To go back to your previous point.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. You're cutting in. I promise you. Just try the phone. I promise you. ET phone home. Try the phone. Because you're going in and out, though. But I know you have other points, and I'm not going to say. I think you're right. It's not the sole reason, but I think it's definitely a major reason. I actually think that Thibodeau. I think the Knicks messed up their own fortune by trading some of the players that got them to that level.
Yeah, you did say that. The chemistry you said.
The chemistry. I think that's what changed, which then made it easier for them to guard. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks were tough this year too, but last year, my gosh. And it was definitely Brunson, but it was the other, like just the role players, man. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Hartensteins, the DiVincenzo's, the grit, the toughness. Mikal, he's silky smooth with his game or whatever, but I don't see the toughness. I don't know if I see that. Even though he played some good D in there.
Even whatchamacallit, I don't know why I can't think of his name, that they traded. Mm-hmm. What was his name? From the Knicks that they traded.
Rip Randall.
Yeah.
Randall.
Yeah,
I like Randall.
He just got paid too.
He just got paid, right? Yeah. And he was a major contributor. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think sometimes that, and to see Hartenstein win a ring, that had to hurt. I mean, you're happy for him, but it had to hurt a little bit, right? Because
I don't know. I mean, I'm not a Knicks fan. You know what I'm saying? I like when the Knicks are playing well, though. It just seems like basketball is better.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Garden's rocking.
Absolutely.
But it just seems like Hart didn't play as hard when his boy wasn't there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got rid of DiVincenzo. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like Hart's hustle dropped or something.
It dropped, right?
Like they played harder when all the Villanova cats was all together.
Right. You messed the chemistry. It's like, and then the commercial says it best, right? It's like, yo, you brought on Mikal. Get out of here, Dante. You know what I mean? And they say, yo, we're still friends. Like, come on, man. Like, y'all wanted Mikal more than Dante. And then I do think that the Rick Brunson factor mattered a little bit. I think some of the the players were a little upset. Like DiVincenzo said something. He said that's what happens when they let you coach the team or something.
Remember that.
That stuff. I mean, you have to pay attention to that stuff. Go ahead, JT. You back, man? Let me hear the sound, brother.
You hear me? You hear me?
Oh, nice and clear. 1 2 1 2.
All right. So I was going to say there was a couple of things. I mean, in terms of what you had mentioned earlier, you know, I think one of the main differences in modern day basketball versus back in the day, you have more spacing. You know, the athleticism of the players today is, you know, it's ridiculous in comparison to the athleticism, you know, in the 80s and 90s. You know, you had some guys that can go after it and get it, but you have a plethora of guys in the NBA today that have the athleticism and they play with more spacing. It's not, you know, bunched up underneath the basket. Now you could say, you know, partly some of the injuries could be attributed to, you know, a lot of them not wearing high top sneakers. You know, that's one of the things that I've constantly been saying. Even though some players might say that might not be the reason why they're getting injured, but I think when you have the same type of injury, where a lot of these players are twisting their ankles and they're coming down wrong on somebody else's foot, and they're wearing low tops. You know, I'm just from the side of town that when we used to play ball back in the day, we used to have our high tops, and I'm not saying that you're going to alleviate, you know, twisting your ankle, but I don't think it would be as egregious and as potent as you see this going on.
Yeah, you know what that's like. It's kind of comparable to, I argue with people sometimes in the wintertime, right? And they come outside and you know we grew up with the Hawk, right? Everybody's familiar with the Hawk, right? So the Hawk is out, right? So we grew up with the Hawk, and you see people with a hoodie on talking about, well, you know, Bryce, that you don't catch a cold from the cold air; it's the germs. And I'm like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just always feel like, yo, if you got a coat on, you bundle up. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I agree with you though, JT. I do agree with you. I do think that the sneakers play a part. I also think that you're right about today's athlete, but that's because of just technology and just advancements in that exercise. What's that? Kinesiology and all that stuff. Like, you tore your ACL, you were out like 2-3 years, like Bernard King. You know what I'm saying? Or as opposed to now, you tear it, you back in like 9 months. You know what I'm saying? So, I do agree with that though. But I don't know. I mean, do you feel, and back to the Knicks, you're really confident because we were missing, some of the, because we had some, technical issues in streaming. You really feel like they can win. They can win the East. Is that correct?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think if you leave everything as is right now, and you don't make no other changes, even though I'm hearing rumors that there may be some other changes coming down the road. But if we leave everything as is right now, with Yabusele and Clarkson that they've added alone, really helps solidify that bench. And now, you don't have to worry about, because I understand, at times Brunson might over dribble at times, and that might be a problem that he has to work on.
Right.
However, when you look at what this new coach is going to bring, I think he's going to play a little bit more spread offense, trust in his, in your teammates, getting your teammates a little bit more involved, passing the ball around a lot more, not letting it stick. I think you're going to have some success. And when we look at Brown, a 2-time coach of the year, and what he did in Sacramento, I understand they got beaten the first round. And that might be due to how tough the West was. Let's not discount how tough the West was.
They were number
Yeah,
one. They were
they were number one. They were number one. But I think that some of those players on the team, you know, got exposed. You know, I think they got exposed in the playoffs. You know, you had Darren Fox, of course, all-star, top-notch player. But some of those other players that he had coming with him got
Yeah.
exposed when the playoffs hit.
Well, they overachieved.
You know?
They
Yeah,
overachieved. You know what I'm saying? I do.
absolutely,
They
absolutely. I
overachieved.
think absolutely they overachieved, and I think that's a testament to the coach Mike Brown, what he learned under Steve Kerr and Popovich. I think he started to implement that in Sacramento, and I think it's gonna be really a fresh breath of air in terms of the offense that he's gonna implement it in the Knicks this season. I really think so. I,
What's your
I,
thoughts?
I, I would not be surprised if the Knicks took off right from the start of the NBA season.
Okay, what's your thoughts,
Yeah,
CB?
I agree. Like I was saying earlier, like
Do you really agree?
I really believe that Mike Brown coming in, it's going to feel like a fresh start for a lot of those guys. I really believe that, like, it was something with Coach Tibbs and those players, and it was something that the top dogs saw that couldn't be fixed, and they had to let him go. So let's bring in Mike Brown, and you know what I'm saying? He's had success in the past, so let's bring him in and see what he can do.
So when Thibodeau left the Bulls, they were never the same.
Right.
I think that's what's going to happen here. I don't think they're going to be the same. I think they're going to. I think the Knicks got this far because of Thibodeau. I think his energy, his leadership, his toughness is what propelled them. The Knicks were known as a tough team.
True.
They were tough.
True. But he couldn't get them over the hump.
Well,
I mean, at some point, you gotta.
But see, that's the thing. But no, I actually think that the front office was a little too reactionary. And now that I'm thinking about it, because of the simple fact of this, and I think we said this the other day at the barbecue, right? If the Knicks lose to Boston, Thibodeau still has his job.
I can see that.
He still has his job because nobody thought that they were going to get past them
anyway.
So he's still going to have his job.
Yeah, but
he couldn't get him. He couldn't get past Indiana, and I think that's when they realized and got exposed. Like, okay, this team. Okay, we made all these moves, and now we see.
Still,
I think it depends on. I think it depends on how we would have lost to Boston. If we lost in a 7-game heartfelt series, you know, Tom would still have his job. But if we got, you know, there was a gentleman's sweep, you know, something like that, you know, we would have been out of there. You know, Tom would have been out of there.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
You'd have been done. I agree with that. Well, we'll see. We'll just have to see. I don't think Mike Brown is a needle pusher. I think that they actually they might even not be as good. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. Who we got going out the West though? I mean, we see the Summer League. We got the Cooper Flags. Where did Dylan Harper? You know what I'm saying? Is in San Antonio. Watch out for the Spurs and Wemby in them.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? You can't sleep on that. But who do you got coming out the West though?
OKC.
OKC, you got OKC back to back.
Yeah, I mean, let's see what happens. Who comes out the East? But I mean, OKC, they just they got this window. They can do something.
They can really do something special. What about you, JT? Who you got coming out the West?
I think Houston could be dangerous. You know,
with the Rams.
We were talking about that last week.
Houston could be dangerous coming out of the West. You know, if Durant stays healthy and they keep him right throughout the regular season, Houston could be dangerous. But you also have Dallas as well.
Yeah.
You know, with Kyrie coming back, you got Cooper Flag, you got Anthony Davis. You know, you got a lot of talent on that Dallas squad.
Yeah.
You know, that can give OKC a run for their money. Yeah. You know, and I just think, you know, I'm not 100% sold on OKC. I think the way they ran away with it during the regular season this year, and then when the playoffs came, there was some exposure. I mean, Denver almost took them out. You know, Jokic only almost single-handedly took OKC out. You know, and I didn't even think I was impressed with Indiana and how they were a formidable opponent against OKC, especially the way OKC beat up a lot of teams during the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not 100% sold on OKC. I think that if you get a team that has the talent, that can run up and down the court with those boys and play some defense, I think OKC might be out, and we might be looking for a new champion.
So are you saying that it was, you know, and correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, and part of me is saying this because I've known you for a very long time. So I just want to make sure that I'm clear. I'm understanding you. Are you saying that it was like the perfect storm for OKC to win?
I think so. I think so. I think, you know,
so it wasn't that their toughness or their ability to overcome adversity versus these different teams or being able to beat them. They are the world champions.
Absolutely. And they get my, you know, I salute them. You know what I'm saying? For them winning it all.
Right.
But what I'm saying is in the playoffs, what I saw, in the regular season versus the playoffs, I saw two different teams going on. In the regular season, they were dominant. They were just blowing past teams, you know. Sure. But now, when you're in the playoffs and you got to play a good team every other night, you know, all the bad teams are out, and now you're looking at a team like Denver, Jokic, which almost single-handedly beat OKC.
But Jokic, you know, I mean, hold on, CB, would you agree? Jokic is that type of he's a
superstar.
He's a generational talent. Superstar. I mean, he's going to be able to do
my thing with OKC. I still think they can come out the West. They're going to be right there. But what can happen is complacency can set in because they won it. And they getting all the bags, you know what I'm saying? So now we're gonna see how great these young guys are. Because what makes you great is you can get the bag and you still work on your game and you still bring it.
It's just like music, right? You know, it's not the first album. It's the second album. Your second album. It's like with Nas, right? Who thinks what album, ladies and gentlemen, what album is better with Nas? Illmatic or It Was Written? It was written.
You know, Illmatic is a classic, you know.
Classic, but It Was Written is a better album.
Classic.
No,
I would say Illmatic is definitely
a classic, but It Was Written was the better album than Illmatic. In my opinion, I think It Was Written is a classic. That's a classic album.
When I get in the car, I'm going to have to listen.
Check it out. Just check it out.
I got to listen again. Refresh my memory.
Just check it out, man. You know what I mean?
Refresh my memory.
You know, just like, So, but anyway, so I don't know. I got OKC, but I like Dallas.
I like Dallas,
but
too.
I like LA. I like LA because you still got 40-year-old LeBron James, who's arguably still the best in the league at 40. Okay, so he's the number one player in the league. Okay, and he got some reinforcements somewhat, but the one thing he got is his son now starting.
Oh no!
I wouldn't say LeBron is the number one player in the league. I wouldn't say that.
You don't think that LeBron is the number one player in the league?
I wouldn't say that. You know, not at 40. You know, not at 41 years old. I would say, you know, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. You know, you gotta give, you know, props to the MVP of the league. You know, I mean, and I would also say, you know, we're starting to see a decline. You know, we're starting to see a decline in his game. You know, and like I said, for all the time, as much as we say it, it's undefeated. And I'm starting to see some kinks in the armor. And like I said, you know, I definitely salute. He's one of the best players that have ever done it. You know, and in this modern day era, you know, he's definitely number one. You know, he won't be my number one, You know, you already know who my number one is, and that's MJ. You know,
Right.
but
Absolutely.
in this modern day era, you're definitely looking at LeBron, and that doesn't mean that's a knock against LeBron. You know that you know you still, I would say, you still the second greatest player to ever play the game.
Of all time,
You know,
absolutely.
of all time, and that's saying a lot. You know,
Yeah.
so but what I'm saying today in 2025. You know, is LeBron the number one player in the NBA? No, I would say I'm looking at players like Shea. You know, I'm looking at players like Jokic. You know, I'm looking at Giannis.
Okay.
You know,
See,
you know,
I hear you.
you know, LeBron is still up there, and like I said, for him to be as great for this long is definitely a testament to his greatness.
That's why I go with him being number one, because how are you 40 in a young man's game,
Still getting busy,
and them young boys ain't stopping you, but he could stop them. He could stop them. I believe that if LeBron and Shea, if they were matched up against each other, he shuts Shea down.
I don't know about shutting down.
I don't know about shutting down.
Yeah, I don't know about shutting down.
I mean, now you talk about LeBron. You talk about LeBron when he was in his, late 20s, early 30s. Absolutely.
I'm talking
At 40.
Shut him down.
Nah,
Shut him down.
Nah.
Shut him down. Shut him down.
Nah,
Word up.
No
Word
no
up.
public enemy over
Okay.
here.
Well, we'll see. Yo, listen, real quick, because we about to land the plane. Football. Training camp's coming up soon.
Yeah, right around
I'm
the
ready
corner.
for some football.
Right around the
Okay.
corner.
I think that I think my Giants. Who we got? We got Russell Wilson. You got Russ Doug.
You got my boy
Yeah,
James.
I think Russell Wilson. He gonna be out there for maybe I would give him about 6 to 8 months before they might go to dark.
Oh wow.
I would say that. You know what I'm saying? I would say I would give him Russell Wilson maybe half the season based on how the Giants start off before. But I don't think Russell Simmons gonna finish the season. I think. We might see a dark sighting,
Wow, really? I don't know. I think Wilson takes him into contention. I think the only issue I have is how do Daboll still keeps his job. That's the only thing that's the only issue I have. But I think Wilson gets re-energized and takes them into
contention for what?
Into contention for to win. Listen. You get rejuvenated when you get to New York. You get rejuvenated.
I just don't think. I don't think that the Giants have enough yet. I mean, when you look at what Washington has, we can't disrespect Philly. I mean, we got to put respect on Philly's name. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of people overlooking, Philly again. You gotta give Philly props.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they are the champs.
Do you see them? And let me ask you too, because as much as you are a Knicks fan, I am here with both of you fans. Right. That's number 3 on.
That's my only team.
Oh, you know what? You know what? All right. So that's going to be our final thought. But anyway, about teams. Okay. All right. So listen. Do you believe that Philly can go back to back?
They're going to have to stay healthy, and it's going to depend on the day. I'm not just going to flat out say, as a fan, I want to say yes, of course, because that's my squad. You know what I'm saying?
Not sure what you meant by that.
What's that?
You said it was going to depend on the D.
Pause. The defense. The defense.
Oh, okay. I was a little confused. I'm sorry.
The defense. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because we do got some new pieces on the defensive end. We lost some key pieces defensively. We got some new pieces that we got to work with on the defensive end. So I want to kind of see what this defense does. But if this defense and I mean, if we can stay explosive on the offensive end, we definitely got a great. I mean, hell, I'm all about my FanDuel and DraftKings and everything else. Vegas got us as the number 1 choice with the shortest odds to win this thing. So let's go. I trust Vegas.
Listen, I do believe that Philly can go back to back. I do believe that.
I mean, they might have a tough time in the beginning with the Commanders, but the Eagles definitely, you gotta tip your hat. They play on both sides of the ball. They got the offense, they got the defense, they protect the quarterback. That's what I'm saying.
Quarterback, and they got a great quarterback in Hurts.
They got a great quarterback, and I say, as much as I'm a Giant fan, I think the Giants still are missing quite a few pieces, in order for them to even compete. I think the Giants could possibly win maybe 7-8 games this year.
I think it could be a wild card. I think it could be a wild card.
Possibly. Yeah,
I think it'd be a wild card.
But the Eagles, I think, is the number one team to beat. Definitely in the NFC East. And I just think that in the NFC period, I don't think that there's nobody else in the NFC that I think giving them a problem. You got the Detroit Lions. They fizzled out. People are starting to talk about the Minnesota Vikings. But I just think, with their tried and true. The Philadelphia Eagles, they're tried and true. They know what it takes to win. And I think that's gonna. I wouldn't be surprised if they were right there when it was all said and done.
No, I agree. I agree. Well, we'll wait to see. I mean, training camp's opening up like another week or two, right? So we'll see.
Some teams had already started. Some teams has already started. I know
on that Thursday night. I know they started already.
Oh, really?
A couple of teams, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because they're allowed to start.
Yeah, I think it was the Los Angeles Rams. If I'm not mistaken, or the Chargers. It was the Chargers. Yeah, it was the Chargers. The Los Angeles Chargers. Yeah, I knew it was one of those Los Angeles teams.
I got you. All right. Well, listen, man. I can't wait till it gets started. Nothing like football. Football season. But listen, you know what? As we were talking, and we're gonna go with our final thoughts. But I was just thinking about something, and I'm like, you know what? We never really have another New York on the show. You know what I'm saying? But we do today. You know what I'm saying? And I have to ask you this, Josh. Oh, excuse me, JT. On the clock.
I like that.
Let me ask you this. Do you root for all New York teams?
I would say
yes or no?
I root for my New York teams. I root for the teams that I support, yes. Mm-hmm. I mean, if the Mets are not going to be there and the Yankees are still in, I definitely, would support the Yankees, but I'm a Met fan. You know what I'm saying? So I want the Mets to win it all, but if the Mets are bounced out and the Yankees are still in there, I would support the Yankees. I tune in, It's the same thing, I'm a Giant fan, but if the Jets are still in there, I would support. So I would say, yeah, I'm a New York fan, period. But I have my favorite teams.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I've been trying to explain.
No.
But I wouldn't say that about Brooklyn. If the Knicks is out, I'm not really rooting for Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? I'm a New York Knicks fan, tried and true. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the bottom line. That's the only team that I wouldn't do it for. That's the only team I wouldn't do it for. If the Knicks are not there, I'm out. But that's the only team I'm gonna do it for. The other teams I tune in, but New York Knicks, tried and true. Okay. It's in the blood, man.
This is a different take than you, because you say, all right, the Giants are my first team, the Jets is my second team. Mm-hmm. JT just said it. The Giants are my team, but I will support the other teams. He didn't say the Giants is my team, the Jets is my team, Buffalo's my team. That's what you say.
See, that's just
you don't say this is my team and I support the other. Like JT said, the Mets are my team. But I will support the Yankees if the Mets is out. You don't say that. You don't say that. You don't say that. Everybody's your team.
And I knew eventually. We see the way me and him debate is going to be how we debate, because you're you know what I'm saying? You're mathematical. You know what I'm saying? I love language. Okay, support, root. That's your team. You ain't rooting. No. You're not gonna root for them.
This is different.
Listen, listen. The perspective is the same. meaning that because in New York you have options, you're allowed to you have the opportunity to have one team that you specifically hone in on.
Right.
But then
that's what he said.
Right. But then you have the other ones that you support. Like,
nah, so you trying to
follow,
make it fit your.
It's all. It's ladies and gentlemen,
make this fit your agenda.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's called synonyms. They're all synonyms.
No.
Support, follow,
my team
like.
Is different.
No, it's
no.
Listen,
Nah,
I mean, JT, do you consider Buffalo a New York team?
I do. They are in New York.
Hello.
I mean, they are in New York. I know they upstate, and they definitely, about 3 hours or so from Manhattan. But last I checked,
they're still part of the family.
They pay their taxes in New York.
They're still part of the family, you know.
But he didn't say that's his team. He just said he'll support him.
The Giants is my team. You know what I'm saying? That's the team.
All right, that's the team. All right, so here we go. Here.
Thank you.
No. All right, so let's say the Giants. That's my team too, right? The Giants get out, right, and then the Jets are getting busy.
He said he would support him.
Would you go get a Jet hat?
No, absolutely not. See, now you're crossing the line. See, you're crossing the line. I'm not buying paraphernalia, from any other team other than my team. I'm not gonna take off my Knick hat and go out and get a Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna happen. I have Giants. Clothing, but I'm not going to sit there. Oh, the Giants is out. Let me go to, the Dick's Sporting Goods and get me some Jets, paraphernalia. That's not happening. I will tune in. Okay. I will tune in. But the team that I rock with, it is the Knicks, it's the Giants, it's the Mets, it's the Rangers. Those are the teams that I rock with.
Yeah, you did rock with Brooklyn for a little bit, though. I just want to bring that up.
I supported Brooklyn. I supported Brooklyn when they had Durant, because I am a Durant fan. Okay, when they had Durant on the squad, I was
Brooklyn or a Brooklyn jersey.
I don't recall having a Brooklyn jersey. I may have bought a jersey for my son because he's a Durant fan. But as far as me, no.
Okay, all right. That's all right. All right, we got to debate this a little more. I got to bring you. You got to come back. You got to come back on the clock, though. You got to come back on the clock. You got to come back and use the phone. But you got to come back, man. You got to come back when I get the rest of them here, man. Because I tell you, I take a lot of hits over here, man. Just because I like to spread love. You know what I'm saying? I just spread love. I don't understand. You know what I mean?
It's different.
But anyway, final thoughts. JT, go ahead. What's your final thoughts, bro?
I say, the look for the Knicks to be in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay.
I look forward to seeing them in the finals this year, as long as they stay healthy, they move the ball around, they trust their players. I look for the Knicks to be right there in the thick of things. That's it. I'm out.
JT on the clock is out.
JT on the clock.
On the clock.
CB, what's your final thought?
Hey man, just you know what I'm saying? For us educators, we're about to hit August.
That's right.
Yeah. Things are moving fast, but I'm excited though because, like I said, I go back to the surgeon on the 29th, and if he gets me to go, I can get back out there with my guys on the football field because our first football game is August 28th. So we start camp second week in August. You know what I'm saying? So they've been working out and all that.
Right.
My basketball squad, we've been doing pretty well this summer. We got a showcase coming up on the 25th through the 27th. We'll be playing playing in that, kind of close the summer out.
And when Philly or?
Nah, we were playing. I think that is being hosted at Morristown Friends. My man Briggs.
Okay.
So it's called Jersey Jam. So
Okay, I got you.
Bunch of Jersey high schools playing there. You know what I'm saying? And things just and just real quick, it kind of. When we was talking about the basketball injuries, you know what I'm saying? Because I believe the same thing. I think not wearing the high tops has something to do with a lot of these injuries. But I also believe, and I was having this discussion real quick, just to how sports are so specific now. Like when I was playing, I played football, I played basketball, I played baseball, broke it up a little bit.
Right.
But now you got kids from like the early ages of 10. That's all they do is train to play basketball and play basketball. Yeah. And basketball is one of the hardest sports on your body because you're playing on the hardwood, jumping, stopping, cutting. And if you're doing that all your life, your muscles, you know what I'm saying? You can overtrain your muscles and you get, you know what I mean? So just a thought.
No, you're right though. You're right. I think when we all learned, how to play a sport or whatever, it was more. I didn't have no trainers. Did you have a trainer?
My dad.
Right. We just went out and played.
Right.
And really, we played against old heads.
Right.
Because really, you had to see, could you get busy versus old head?
Right.
Because he's going to play D on. He's going to let you. You know what I mean? It's almost like with Jesus Shuttleworth and his father out there. You know what I mean? So those things have changed, but hopefully, again, but technology
too.
Advancements, you know what it's like. It was, I think comparing a good comparison is like the Rocky IV. Mm-hmm. When you had Ivan Drago and you had Rocky. Rocky trained one way, and then he
outside
trained outside in the elements and
running the
snow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not a man. He's a machine. He's not a machine. He's a man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, those type of quotes and that stuff. I think. Is like as JT said, it's tried and true. I think you can never get away from
True.
Never get away from that.
True.
All right. My final thought is still listening, man. You're right. The summertime is moving fast, man. It's moving fast. So I'm hoping that it slows down. But at a certain point, it'll be time to get back to learning. So we'll see what's going on. But other than that, on behalf of myself, Doc Bryce, behalf of CB, Such a Wild Bird, we also missing MB Marcus Bullock. And FB Fred Batty. We are the new Let's Get It Sports Talk. You should see us most weekends. At certain times.
We'll let you know.
We'll keep you posted. Okay. At all times. I promise you with that. But on behalf of that, myself, shout out to JT on the clock. Be on the lookout for that. That's going to be coming soon.
I like it.
But listen, please, like, share, and follow. Thank you.
All right.